Hello, it's Mr. C with your Level 6 Math. We're back here on Lesson 11 in our Saxon Math. Today we're going to talk about problems with combining and separating. So we're going to identify different patterns and then we're going to solve. Now today we're going to do a lot of word problems or story problems. I know a lot of kids get hung up on these. They're really important because this is where we're solving real problems in the world, and after we get out of school, these are the kind of problems that we deal with in everyday life, but they are a little tricky, and so we're going to take it nice and slow today to get practice with it, okay? So in stories, like reading books, many of our stories we analyze and they have plots. We can use the plot of a word problem to write an equation for the problem. So we're going to think, what is the problem? That's the first thing. And we've been practicing, those of you who have power-up books, when you do the problem-solving problems, and you have to write understand, and then you plan, and then you go through and solve the problem, we're going to use that same process for these kinds of problems. So the first part is understanding and identifying that plot, all right? So here we're looking for patterns. Many word problems are about combining, so we're going to read this example and look for what the problem is and how we're going to combine. Before he went to work, Sam had $24.50. He earned $12.50 more, so we had one number. We're going to add more to it. It looks like an addition problem to put up a fence. Then Fam had $37. Good job, Fam. Earning some money. That's what I love seeing that. My kids do jobs all the time and earn money. All right, so the plot is Fam had some money, then he earned some more money. That's our problem. We're looking at an addition problem here. So he starts with some, adds some more, he gets a total. That's our whole problem. So we've simplified it down. And they use letters to represent that. You can do that if you want. But you can also just think in your head, all right, we're just going to add up two numbers here. So if there are three numbers in the pattern, the word problem, and one of them is unknown, then we're going to have to solve it somewhat differently. So here we see Katya had 734 stamps. Then her uncle gave her some more stamps. Oh, some more. That sounds like addition. 374 plus something. Now she has 813. So we're going to write that out separately. Let me show you on the next slide how they write that out. So if Katya has some and then she gets some more, she'll have the total. This time, instead of being told what the some more is, we're being told the total. So we still write it out the same way. 734 stamps plus something equals the total. Now we just have the total, so we're going to solve it different, just like we have been in our other addition and subtraction problems. You'll know how you can always kind of do the inverse to find the missing variable or the missing addend here. So that's how we're going to solve this. So we're going to take those 813 stamps, the total, subtract the 734, and that gives us the amount she was given, which is 779 stamps. So that might seem crazy. You might have to watch this video a couple times to just go back through it. It's going to click eventually. This is one of those light bulb moments where once you understand how they do it, it's going to be so much easier for the rest of your life. But it takes practice, okay? So here, let's look at this example. Jenny rode her bike on a trip with the bicycling club. Way to go, Jenny, being active. After the first day, Jenny's trip odometer showed she traveled 86 miles. So we have 86 miles traveled. Great. Jenny's trip odometer, after the second day, her trip showed she had traveled a total, so that's going to be down here. So we know the second day was some more. And then we know her total is 163 miles. All right, so now we've written out our problem. We know from previous lessons that to solve for this, all we have to do is subtract one addend from the total, and we're going to get that other addend. So we can simply subtract 86 from 63. We get 77 miles. Check our work. Right now it's easy. We just go to the next slide. So let me erase this. We'll go to the next slide. All right. Jenny rode some miles, then she rode some more. We know this is an addition problem. We get some miles, we get some more, we get the total miles just as I had it written out before. Then we subtract by taking the total, subtracting one addend, and we get the other addend, which was 77 miles. Checks out. Woohoo! Cha-ching. All right, and then we can review and check our work, which is always a good idea. All right, another common plot is separating. So here we're going to look at a subtraction pattern. There's a beginning amount, some goes away. Right now we've been adding to it, but sometimes people take things away because you pay them money or there's taxes or whatever. And problems about separating have a subtraction pattern. So we have a beginning amount, some went away, and we have what remains, okay? So here's our example. Waverly took $37 to the music store. That's her starting amount. She bought headphones for $26.17. That's the amount that was taken away. Then she had $10.83 left. So we don't have any unknown numbers here. They could have said, how much does she have left? We would have subtracted $26.17 from 37, and that's how we get the $10.83. So here the plot is, Waverly had some money, but some of her money went away when she spent it, okay? So not too tricky, but it's gonna take practice, okay? So let's try this one. On Saturday, 47 people volunteered, I'm just gonna say 47 people, to clean up the park. Some people chose to remove trash, okay? So that's some people, some, we don't know how many. And the remaining 29 people left to clean up the trails. So 29, so we had 29, or we had 47 total people. We subtract the 29 and then we'll find what's left. So I'm gonna switch the order here and just say, these are the left to clean up, and we're looking for the trashers. So we just subtract that, 47 minus 29 gives us 18, and that's the people who picked up trash, okay? So we'll check our work here. There were 47 people, some went away. This is a subtraction problem. And you see, I even got hung up. As I wrote it, I had to rethink about it and rearrange it. But you just have to think taking away. So what's our total? And you're gonna take away from the total. So our total was the 47 amount. We took some away, that's the people, that gives us 29. So to rewrite that, which is what I had to do, is we subtracted the 29 from the 47 and got 18 people, okay? Not too tricky, and that's it. So this is our lesson for today. Good luck. You know, it's just gonna take practice, so stick with it. You're doing great.